You know, part of what we're about here at Camp Keystone in the Florida Division is about immersing children into a youth-focused, Christ-centered community. We also try to make sure that every child who comes here develops an appreciation for nature and God's creation. And we also pay special attention to making sure that we cultivate good leadership skills in every one of our campers. You know, for us, it's important that children are able to overcome some of their own barriers in life. For some of those kids, it might be just sleeping away from home somewhere. Sometimes that might mean for a child who comes and on night one, they're homesick. And every single night, we try to give them incentives to help them stay. And by the end of the week, they're giving us high fives and telling us what a great time they had. We are very thoughtful and strategic in the way that we hire our staff here, because this is a sensitive environment, and we want to make sure that every child has every opportunity to grow in their relationship with Christ. And part of the responsibilities of the staff is to do everything they can to help their relationship grow while they're here at Camp Keystone.
I think it's really important because a lot of these kids come from hard homes and hard backgrounds where they're just not happy and they're not going through the best situations, and they come here to almost find, it's like they find hope, and they see love, and they can see people that can love them, and they can learn how to love too when they go back home.
I remember having an experience with a camper, a girl that was in my cabin, who was going through the most horrific things back at home, and she kind of shared some things with me, but I had the opportunity to pray with her, and she literally spent the whole week just by my side, and just being able to shower her with love and hugs and the great things here at camp really brightened up her day. And she told me one thing that I would never forget. She said that I made a difference in her life. Now she could go home and know that there's love here in this world. So that was an amazing experience for me.
One of the highlights of my experience here is that at the end of every week, we have a celebration, a worship service in our chapel, where kids have the opportunity to make Christ their Savior, or to recommit their lives to living in a holy and righteous way. When a child comes to Camp Keystone, we want to make sure that they're able to experience something that perhaps they'd never experienced at home. Maybe that means going 30 to 50 feet in the air on one of our ropes courses, or riding on a horse, which not many of our kids have horses in their neighborhoods. At Camp Keystone, every week, what we get to see is a diverse, kingdom-centered community. Children from all over the state of Florida come together for 1 week, and they're all able to experience this great program where they can overcome their own personal barriers, learn to see the beauty and the miracle of God's creation every day, and have their life impacted in a way that they will never, ever forget.